Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to show the MudHead screw being used on concrete forms. And the cool thing about the MudHead screw is that you've got the power head screw, the MudHead, and then a cap that goes over the top, just like this, to protect the concrete from getting in anything, just like that. So now you can take apart the forms real easy. So we're going to watch the whole job real quick.
Stair treads, we got 2 screws going in the end, which is more than sufficient with the screws.
And the reason why this is better than nailing
is because when you go through here, you can just get your screws set. You don't have to be banging on the forms all the time.
So you're not beating this whole thing out of level the entire time.
And also the screw heads are nice and flat, and the screw also holds a lot stronger than nails do.
Right, so the forms aren't going to pull apart.
No, and you're not going to hear that creaking and everything that you usually do if you don't have enough nails in there.
But the only thing, Danny, is it seems like to me that in this application, the MudHead's really not that big a deal because you're not going to be spilling concrete all over the end of these. In this one,
over on this edge, but still, when you go through there and you get one piece of concrete or a little bit of grout in there,
then you're fighting it the whole time.
Yes, and you're trying to get that screw out, and these screws hold so tight that you want to be able to make sure you get them out. And to tell you the truth, with these screws, I'm not going to worry about putting any extra. Well, with with these screws, I don't have to worry about putting extra nails in for holding these, because with the 3-inchers, these things go down and they hold a good 1.5 inches into the tread without splitting them or knocking them out of level or anything.
And they have good holding power.
Oh yes, they do.
And they don't pull through.
They don't pull through. They sit nice and flush, and they get as long as you got a good nice straight seam on there, then you're going to have a nice strong joint.
Boy, that is firm.
I like that. I'm not even done yet.
So a lot less bracing.
A lot less bracing.
I like how you have the pro hold actually on your drill too, so you keep them all with you. You're not even digging in your pouch.
I got that out. I think it fell off or something.
Hey, John.
I was wearing it on my wrist.
Kick ass.
And then with taking these out, I'm not going to be stripping, pulling nails and putting extra pressure all on the form faces when we start stripping.
So you're not going to chip up all the concrete?
No, and it's going to be a nice finish. We're doing exposed on it, so that always works out nice too. So I was going to put 2 screws in each stair tread, but 1 screw is more than plenty.
So you're not going to put 2 here?
No, 1 will hold plenty. 3-inch screws go into those treads perfect. And with these treads, they're not splitting the ends, so I can reuse the treads also. So I'm not tearing up my material. Also, when you go to pull them out with the nails and everything, usually you get it where you're really prying and splitting the ends. But these are.
And so, are you going to be able to reuse the screws again?
You're reusing the screws probably
over and over again,
2 or 3 times at least.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, my grip.
Awesome. You just put it in your bags like that?
Yep.
Killer. Okay, going into tabs now.
Just putting the tabs in for tomorrow. Make sure that these don't get filled up with concrete. And with the orange caps, we'll be able to see where every single screw is.
And the cool thing is it's all waterproof.
And it'll be fine overnight. We'll actually spray probably molasses on there. I'm not really too concerned about that either.
So the nice thing about this, Danny, is you'll put the caps on there, mud will be all over the place, and it doesn't matter because you'll pop this off after the pour and get the screws right out, no sweat.
And I know exactly where they're at.
Yeah, you don't have to hunt for anything.
Nope.
And again, we're going to reuse all the screws.
Well, yeah, and I've used less screws than nails,
And you haven't re-leveled your forms 10 times because you've been beating on them.
Put them in one time and screwed them in place.
So curious, what do you think this is going to save you time-wise, forming this job?
I want to say that it's probably going to save me at least an hour of extra setup time, and if not, maybe 2. And then also, depending on the size of the project. But then again, you're reusing your materials and not tearing up your wood also.
And so let's see here, we probably have what, $5 worth of screws here, and that saved you an hour and a half worth of time and your material, and you get to reuse them?
Yep.
That's a decent return on investment.
Yes, and these are good and strong, and I feel really confident about the pour.
Right on.
And the steps are nice and strong. Well, with the 3 braces and all the screws and the end screws, a lot of times we'll put bracing in the end to hold there, but I really don't feel the need with the screws holding the ends of the stair treads.
Right, so less bracing, less screwing, everything.
Yes.
Comes apart faster, comes apart easier, it's all there.
Yeah, I just put extra brace in the center here, and I think that's going to be more than strong enough with what we got going on.
Ken, our goal today is to get John to smile. Okay, here we go. What we're going to do today is we're going to show the cool application of the MudHead system with the power head screw, and we actually have a cap over the top as well. And we're going to pour this morning, and we're going to see the mud go all over the screws, which will allow us to show how easily it is to both form and to take the forms apart, because the concrete's not going to touch any of the screws. Right here? I see what you're saying.
Okay, let's rock and roll.
Okay, so you can see that we use the mud heads right here, but also the power heads work perfect in the metal stakes, and they're not going to be exposed to the mud, so we didn't bother to cover them in this case, but they're just great screws and they work in all applications. So Danny, there's no problem staying on the forms either?
No,
they're rock solid, they're not moving?
And we do not have any creaking or the noise it makes with nails when nails are pulling out and everything. The screws are so tight in there, the grip on them is...
And I saw that in this application you didn't use that many screws either, just 1 or 2 on there and it worked great.
Yep, no problems because it's got a good grip to it.
Awesome. And the best thing is, Danny, you're not going to have any problem finding these screws when you get done.
No, and I don't have that many to take out.
That's a good point too. You don't have many to take out, and you're going to find the ones that you do have in there. So John, no problem tapping the forms?
No problem tapping it. You're not going